Happy Monday, everyone. We are back for the final 3-hour Monday Night Raw of 2024. It's going to be 2 hours for the rest of the year, starting next week. So I thought we would send Raw off into the sunset on the final, as we know it, USA Network Raw, forever until WWE finishes off the year with some 2-hour Raws in October, November, and December. So I'm actually not that disappointed that Raw is going to be moving to 2 hours, especially if we're going to be doing some watch-alongs here in the next several weeks and months leading up until the end of the year. And tonight is looking like a pretty decent show. I got to tell you, man, I'm interested in this last monster standing match. Of course, Bad Blood is this Saturday. We will be here watching Bad Blood together. I'll be throwing a link at you guys in the next day or two for that. And we have Punk and McIntyre speaking tonight. I am looking for the USA Network. There we go. I had football on for some reason. There we go. And all right, I'm ready to rock over here when Raw airs in 1 minute. 1 minute until the top of the hour. Raw tonight, I believe, I just looked up the city and now I forgot. Evansville, Indiana. So that's where they are tonight. And we'll see how the show goes. Last week was a little weak. WWE is dealing with their ratings slump right now because they are going head-to-head with Monday Night Football. And Raw, during this time of the year, doesn't usually do spectacular numbers. And last week was pretty low, despite Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll see what goes on tonight. Pardon my sunburn. The reason I wasn't here for a watch-along last night is because I had an off-site event that was outdoors all day. I put no sunscreen on and paid for it. So I'm here crispy tonight for Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys are having a good one. We'll say hello to everyone in just a second. Yes, I did hear about Kill Switch. I posted a tweet about that. I did not know about Pete Rose. Unfortunately, I did hear about Dikembe Mutombo's unfortunate death and Chris Christopherson, but I was not aware of Pete Rose. So, yeah, bad week for deaths. Man, oh man. But, yeah, good to see everyone here. Glad you're here. Please hit the thumbs up button. And our audiences have not been setting the world on fire on Monday nights or anything, but we're still going to be here watching Raw together. And even though a lot of eyes are on football, which, is there a doubleheader tonight? Yes. Oh, shit, the Lions are on. Well, I got to turn the Lions on. As Raw starts, I didn't even realize the Lions were playing. I've got, looks like Tennessee and Miami, but the Lions are on ABC. Okay, so we're going head-to-head with a Lions game tonight? I'm just learning this now, of course, because I don't pay attention to shit, and I haven't been home really all day. Let me find ABC. Right on. All right, Raw is starting as I'm switching over to ABC here. And as you guys know, for the Raw watch-alongs, because of the streaming app that I use to watch cable TV, I'm generally about a minute behind everybody else. So if you want to follow along, I'll try to have the volume up somewhat so you can at least try to stay synced. Then no, forever. That's going on right now, in case you're wondering where we're at. On my end, I'm still looking for it. See, all my channels are in alphabetical order, so I have to scroll all the way down to A. There we go. Seahawks at Lions. Right on. Go Lions. Go Lions. All right, here we go. Good to see Gilbert, Joshua, VHS Nostalgia, Colin Wright, William Cullen, Big J, Harry Rice, Mike Rouse, Rodrigo, Daniel Berry Sports, Red Raven Rucker, Zane G, Superman, Bass Fisher, William, Isaac, Chase, Angie Law, Ian Dunn, Ernie Garcia, Tatanani, Ben Espinoza. That's all I can see right now. As fans are filing into the Ford Center. It looks like they're not in there yet. Y'all better get in there. Look at all those fans outside. Maybe that was an earlier shot. All right, cool. Making sure I can be seen and heard. Right on. I don't know if Punk and Drew are face-to-face tonight or if they're just each going to have words. But I feel like it's going to be your go-home angle, you know, whatever they're going to do, how physical they wind up getting. Oh, Braun Strowman brings his dog to work too? Braun Strowman's dog looks like he could eat CM Punk's dog. I'm wondering if that dog's going to get involved. Well, I hope this match is fun because, you know, the way they set it up a couple of weeks ago with the spot on the car outside, that was really good. So if they follow it up with like a bonkers match here, all I care about is that it's fun. All right, we got Tessitore and Barrett in the ring to welcome us. They reinforced the desk. In other words, they built it right. Looks like we got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call for the Lions game. Okay. So Raw is at Ford Arena or something, and then we got Ford Field with the Lions game. It's a 4-day. You know who's over in Evansville, Indiana? Lawler. Super over. You know, despite all the debate chatter, whether or not, you know, it was the right thing to do to break or lose or whatever people are just yapping about all week, I was happy for Jay. That's a singles championship he kind of needed. He's been main event Jey Uso for like 3 years now. At some point, it's going to be shit or get off the pot. And I'm glad that he picked up the IC. And I honestly wouldn't have thought, like, when the Usos came in years and years ago, that one of them would break out and be a star. I just kind of thought they were going to be tag team for life. So to see what they've both done, specifically Jay, has been a treat. He's a little bit out of his mind. Bloodline might have, and Roman Reigns might have sent him into a full-blown nervous breakdown because he's dressing like a maniac and he's got a crazy catchphrase and he's half nuts, but that's kind of why he's fun. One thing I'll say for Tessitore, he feels like he's been at this job for 10 years. I think this is his 4th Monday Night Raw. 3rd or 4th? How many are we at here for Tessitore? Feels like he's been doing it 10 years. I think they have found a winner in this guy. Oh, the little kid crying made the video clip. I saw that online. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know? Me and y'all, might not be the biggest Jey Uso fans, but think about how many kids are super into him, you know? I've been that little kid before, you know? Like, so I'm happy for them. Wrestling isn't just for me. It's for a lot of other types of fans. So when you look at it that way, sometimes this stuff that might bother you is a little bit easier to accept. Look at Jay. Look at this crew. Look at these kids. These little punks. Half of them probably wind up in jail. I'm kidding. I love kids, as long as they're not mine. Is that his son? Yeah, that's got to be his son. I was like, he's way too friendly with that fan. That's got to be his son. All right, so we're opening up with the brand spanking new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Thanks for the $2, Michael Cuomo. Yo, Greg and chat. Rest in peace, Pete Rose, and go Lions. I learned about Pete Rose's death in the chat. I knew about Dikembe Mutombo, knew about Christofferson, but did not know about Pete Rose. That's a shame. It's a WWE Hall of Famer right there. I remember when in 2004, when they brought back the Hall of Fame, I got my hands on, through the internet, through the interwebs, an audio recording of the event because it wasn't aired anywhere. I don't even think we saw it until it came out on the DVD, the WrestleMania DVD. But I got an audio of the event, and I remember popping at Kane's induction speech for Pete Rose. Made a Hall of Fame joke. It was good. I was at WrestleMania 15. He came out in the chicken suit or whatever. So I've technically been in the same building as Pete Rose before, once. All right, Jay is finally getting towards the ring here. That's one happy girl from Indiana right there. Indiana, even though it's a little north, it is country. It's a country place. Ohio kind of is too. Looks good. I like the black. I like the black and gold shirt because now he's wearing gold. A little bit less colorful tonight. So you got to wonder. I mean, I'm assuming Braun Breaker might want to come out here and interrupt him. And it just depends on what their plans are for Breakker now. His plans to take the title off of him and move this into a babyface role for him so he can challenge for the world title next year? Or does he win this belt back in a month at Crown Jewel or something? I like the former. I like maybe moving him babyface and maybe making plans for Gunther and Breakker at Mania. Barry, announcers opening the show gives off WCW vibes. Yeah, kind of. You know, Nitro and a lot of the pay-per-views, WCW pay-per-views would open with the announce table, just talking about what we're going to see. Right on, Jay. Joshua, good to see you, man. Appreciate the $5. Hey, Greg, did you see that WWE is selling Dom-themed toilet paper? I did. That's a sign that Dom is winning the Rumble. Oh, man. Dominic winning the Rumble? No, he's not. I love Dominic, but he ain't winning the Rumble. What are you going to do? Dominic and Gunther? You know, Dominic and Cody? No, he's not winning the Rumble. But he's going to achieve greatness. But Dominic is not going to main event WrestleMania, not with The Rock and Cody and Roman and all this shit going on in Gunther. There ain't no room for Dom in the main event of WrestleMania next year, unfortunately. Maybe one day. All right, Jay. Let's see if, predictably, Breakker will come out. Oh, good eye there. Looks like a no LED posts. Okay. And if there's no LED posts, there's probably a reason for that. Breaking the ring could be it. They did tease a big superplex spot last week, I think, right? But I don't need to see the break. I don't need to see the superplex break the ring spot. They've already done it like 3 times. Maybe twice. Done at least twice. Big Show and did it, right? And Brock, and then Strowman and somebody did it. It's been done. All right, Jay. Talk to us. Dom in the Final Four. I could see that. Yeah. All right, main event, Jey Uso is in Yo City. But he's not really. He's just in Evansville. How'd Evansville do, by the way? They get hit with the hurricane a little bit? Came right up through fucking Asheville, got crushed. Looks like everybody's all right there. Wow, you know what I just noticed? I thought that blue on the Intercontinental title was the light reflection. They've actually put some blue. I actually like that. That helps. It's still an ugly as balls title. But that blue highlights helps on the globe. That wasn't there before. A little bit more reminiscent. Oh, you guys can't see it. I've shortened the screen. I forgot. But my belt back there, you guys know what I'm talking about. Wanted to go a little more vertical for this one. Okay, Brian Childers, you live in Evansville. We just had several days of rain. I'm happy to hear that. And some wind, so nothing crazy. Because I figured, at least the way that hurricane was coming up, you'd at least get rain. So I'm glad it was no damage, because a few cities got decimated. I'm just a twin. That's true. I do know you. It took me 10 years until I wouldn't know which one was which in the team. And I watched wrestling every week. I still couldn't tell them apart. Until around the pandemic. I gotta say, I do like the blue. Is Jay, like, legitimately emotional here? Or, like, what's going on with him? Aw. Just giving props to Mama Uso.
She said, go out there and show them who you are.
Turn the volume up a little bit for y'all.
She said, go out there and get it.
And he did. He got it.
Mama, we did it.
All right, here comes Breaker as expected. Yeah, I did hear about Kill Switch. All the best to him. Scary stuff. Glad he's okay. Here comes Breaker. Now let's see, like, how he frames this promo, you know, because if they are going to be moving Breaker into a babyface role, you would think that he'll probably, like, admit here that he fucked up, you know? Like, hey, you got me, you know? I let my overconfidence get the best of me. But we talked even in the match last week that if Jay wins, you could fathom a possibility of Breaker just winning the belt right back. We'll see.
You want to call it. I'm out here because of the respect that I have for that championship, right? You know this, they know this, the lineage of that championship goes back a long way.
I mean, cockiness is gone from his voice right now.
After battling it out with you last week, bro, I got the same amount of respect for you too.
I mean, unless he's bullshitting, unless he's fronting, as the kids would say.
I told the world a couple weeks ago how much
Could be fronting. John, I want to go to Waffle House too, man. You want to meet up there? Which one? You pick one. I haven't had some smothered and chunked and covered hash browns in forever. We ain't got no Waffle Houses out here in California. I miss them.
On that night, you were the better man.
Yeah, Breaker. I like him as kind of like a like. I know Breaker is like intense and crazy, but I think he'd be a better babyface than a heel. He has likability.
I'm not gonna spear you.
I'm not gonna spear you.
I'm not gonna attack you. All right. I felt like, I don't know, it should be me, the first one to come out here as a competitor, as a colleague.
I mean, he's not just going to change his underwear over, you know, in just 1 week here. So I'm not sure if I'm trusting this handshake, but so far it's kind of going the way I figured it might if the plan is for Breaker to be babyface sooner rather than later. I mean, he's a Steiner, don't forget. I mean, these guys' fathers knew each other, wrestled against each other at WrestleMania. There should be some respect. Nope. I mean, he looked like he was legitimately going to leave. Breaker.
There's some dogs in Indiana, O's. So it seemed like for a moment there we were going to get a possible encore edition of that.
Okay, so Breaker, he really did. He wasn't bullshitting. At least unless this whole thing is an act. And when Jay gets to the back, he's going to spear him through fucking drywall or something.
To end Jay's championship, unlike we saw when he had a failed effort against Sami Zayn a few months ago, a more maturing Brock
I mean, throughout the course of the match last week, we were saying, you know, Breakker winds up losing. You know, this can be a teaching moment for himself, you know? This is not the business to be overconfident or cocky, you know?
Specifically, the frustrations with Xavier Woods, like last week when the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio kindly apologized for what was a role he played when they were going after a championship, and Woods lost his cool a bit. Come on, he didn't do it intentionally.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Woods and Mysterio. Because Woods is being a little butthurt little bitch about everything.
That'd probably be better if you went and gave it to your son, Dom.
Chill out, Xavier. I like the idea of this whole thing being a red herring and then Big E coming back and reforming the group and they're as close as ever. I kind of think, like, if Xavier and Kevin Owens both wind up not turning heel, that would be funny. All right, Detroit is way back in their own territory here. They're punting. Who's that jumping out the sky? All right, Daniel Malcolm. Yeah, man. Appreciate the $2 they add. The blue they added to the IC title. It looks great. I still hate the belt, but it is a vast improvement. Just having that little bit of highlighted blue in there is great. I'm hoping that's permanent and that's not added just as a Jey Uso custom, you know? Mike Witt, thanks for the $5 earlier. Almost missed that one. I personally think they gave Jey the belt to eventually have the new bloodline cost him the title to give Jey a reason to join the Civil War feud. I'm starting to think that's not happening. I mean, we've been talking about Jey and Sammy and possibly Jimmy all reforming the OG bloodline with Roman Reigns to face the new bloodline at War Games. And that's what I want to see. I really, truly hope it is that. But nothing they've been doing on either show right now is giving us any hint to that whatsoever. If anything, I feel like it's going to be Cody, Owens, and Orton, and Roman against the bloodline. I mean, that's the way they're building it on SmackDown. So we'll see if they make any, you know, last-minute changes. But this idea that we've all had for a couple of months now of Jey and Sammy heading to SmackDown to be a part of War Games, or maybe not go to SmackDown, but be part of War Games, the War Games match, I just don't know. I'm not feeling like they're doing that now. I mean, maybe it was the plan at one time, but it just doesn't feel like the plan now. And I hope I'm wrong. Good to see Leon Gore, Austin Olsen. Right on. JJ Leg is here as well. Okay, so the Pete Rose death is relatively new news. I guess that's why I didn't see it before we went live. Oh, that's cool. TNA's rescheduled their TV tapings to Nashville this week. All proceeds from those tapings will go towards Hurricane Helene relief. Is that what it is? Helene, not Helen? You know, it's crazy. Like, I didn't really know about the hurricane until it was already hitting, because I live in San Diego now. So, like, when I lived on the East Coast, I was always watching the Weather Channel. I was always conscious of what was going on with the weather, but the weather's the same every day here. So I very rarely am paying attention to the weather unless it's, like, unusual here. And I'm not really paying attention to the national weather anymore like I used to. You know, I was dialed into it when I lived on the East Coast, but now it's like a hurricane's already decimating a town before I'm even aware of it. I'm like, oh, shit. But when I saw the path that the hurricane took, I'm like, oh, God. I have a lot of friends in the western part of North Carolina. I have some family there and a couple of friends in Asheville and a couple of great YouTube channels that I watch. Berm Peak and Crafted Workshop both are in Asheville. And they both survived, surprisingly. But, I mean, half that town's underwater. And I've been there in 1999 where I was living. We got flooded, like big time flooded, like entire buildings underwater type of flooding. And that was crazy. So I can't imagine what they're going through in Asheville. Plus, they're in the mountains, you know, landslides, you know, factor that in. It's probably ugly. Like, I miss the East Coast, and I could potentially want to retire back there one day. But, man, The hurricanes were a problem. I went through several of them there, and they're only increasing, So I don't know if I want to go plant myself right in the path of a deadly storm in my retirement years, Yeah, shout out to Kill Switch, by the way. Those who haven't heard, his wife found him collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital. Turns out he has pneumonia in both of his lungs, and got to him just in time before permanent lung damage was potentially done to him. So all the best to Kill Switch in his recovery and trying to get back to the ring whenever that's going to happen. You don't really get over pneumonia in a week, so hopefully he can bounce out of this. All the best to Luchasaurus. Me and Elizabeth ate next to him and his wife on a Jericho cruise. We were in the dining room and they came and sat right next to us. Saw him with his mask off. Because you can't eat with it on. It's too hard. Look at Liv and Dom. Look at this. I like how they have matching flannels. Hey, it's Finn. He's got to take it. The fuck is this?
Yo, Finn, are you good, fam?
Domsky, all good, mate. Just having some travel issues, you know yourself. Well, let Liv know. That business we have, it's all taken care of, mate. I'll see all you guys soon, alright?
Alright. We'll see you soon then.
Okay, I don't know what this is about. I mean, this looks earlier on in the day if it's daylight out. All right, so Finn called Dominic, and then JD and Carlito came up looking for Finn, and then Liv's like, he's on the phone with him, and Finn's stuck in traffic or something. I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know how to properly use the slang term fam. I don't know when I'm supposed to throw that in. But Dom said, "Are you all good, fam?" Whatever that means. Y'all gotta teach me these things. I don't know. I'm dumb, old, and white. Go, go! First down, Detroit. All right, Xavier Butthurt Woods over here. John, we've already had the rule of three because Dikembe Mutombo passed away as well. So it's Chris, Pete, and Dikembe. So we've already got the rule of three.
Woods has been showing uncharacteristic frustration lately. I mean, how about that moment we saw where he was shoving and arguing with Kofi Kingston? Did you ever think you'd see these guys have their 10-year anniversary coming up? The New Day. You never saw any of that prior. Well, it's not about 3-year anniversary winning any gold. That really is.
Oh, Angie, really? Okay, Chimney Rock was wiped out. Yikes.
Why the issues have come to the forefront. I'll tell you this right now. Every time you're in a in this industry, every perceived slight just gets put under a magnifying glass. Everything feels that much worse. The only way to fix it is start getting some wins. Xavier Woods can pull out.
That's right. They're reminding us about that special start time for Saturday. So the pay-per-view is at 3 o'clock for me. That's got to be the pre-show. I don't want to watch a pay-per-view at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It said 6 Eastern, but that's probably pre-show. Main card starts at 7. And it does look like it's just going to be 5 matches. Even if Gunther and Sammy set something up tonight, I don't think we're going to get that for Bad Blood. There's no time to really build that. All right. Fam is fam. Okay, good. Well, why did he say fam? Oh, I guess you can call one person family, right? I've done that before. Okay, so that makes sense. I think of family is plural, and he was talking to one person, but that's not true because I've told my friends that they're family to me. So, okay, I'll accept that. I still don't know when I'm going to use it in a sentence, but at least I know now. Oh, PLE is at 6 because UFC is doing an event. Okay, so it actually is 6, not the pre-show? That sucks. I'm going to watch a pay-per-view at 3 in the afternoon? Shit, we could do a Saturday Night's Greg event on Saturday. Maybe we will. Okay, yeah, main show starts at 5 p.m. So yeah, I guess that's right then. Oh, Ryan Reynolds, how you doing? I hardly ever see you in any commercials or movies. You're virtually invisible. I never get to see you. I never see this guy. All right, Detroit on the move. In scoring position. I like the Lions' black uniforms. They look good. They look tough. Badass. Okay, it does start at 7 p.m. So the 6 p.m. Eastern is pre-show? I'll figure it out. Whatever it is, I'll make sure I look it up and research it myself. Whenever the main card starts, we'll be here live. Whenever that may be. Well, how about that? Yeah, Daniel, please do. Call me fam.
Why is America accepted to wait for payday? When life doesn't wait for you to get paid.
Ryan Reynolds might be getting a house in Charlotte. Oh, man, I hope he can afford it.
Introducing My Pay from Chime, a revolutionary new way of getting your pay when you want. Get up to $500 of your pay before payday.
Mike, appreciate it. I still say after the Terror Twins feud, I think the Wyatt Six and Judgment Day is going to feud. Did you notice the Lily Doll with Dom and Liv last week? No, but one of you pointed it out, might have been you, that there was a Lily Doll in the background. So they're teasing something. So yeah, Wyatt Six targeting Judgment Day. And I'm not sure, like, I mean, is Liv going to lose? I got to do predictions, don't I? I have to do that too. Figure out predictions this week. I'll get them to you somehow. And I'm assuming that last monster standing is main event, right? It's got to be. Better be. Zane, what up? What up, fam? All right, Red Zone Lions, come on. Punch it in, boys. First and goal. Look like they're on the 6. They're trying to punch it. Nope. No dice on that one. Score a touchdown. Don't get it just a field goal here. Put 7 on the board. Ray, still with the springboard moonsault. And we'll see, like, maybe Woods, like, cheats to get the win here. That would be kind of funny. I cannot believe the Royal Rumble is February 1st. That is crazy. It's gotta be it's definitely the first February Rumble.
Mysterio. Window of opportunity for victory is closing rapidly for Woods unless he can pull.
Touchdown, Lions. Little Montgomery.
Ray looking to counter. And he's got
Uh-oh.
it set up. The master of the 619. Here he goes. Woods on the
Oof.
shot. Woods was lying in one.
Oh.
Ray looking to counter. Woods.
What are they trying to do there? Oh, no.
Oh my.
He got the mask off.
The mask of the Hall of Famer.
And he's going to roll him up.
And he rolls him up. What is he doing? And that's how he gets the victory.
Okay, so it's like he kind of like cheated, but on accident. Okay. I kind of thought it would be Woods' victory with a sketchy finish, and it was. My fucking mask came off, man. Well, don't wrestle in a mask then. Okay, Shayna, what's with the cards? Oh, because she's a spades? I get it. Oh, okay, I get it. Don't be walking around like you're going to do a magic trick. That's what Nigel McGuinness does.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be there. And Shayna's gonna be there. You don't have to worry about her. She doesn't bite. I'm your friend.
Yeah, okay, pure smoothie collection. Sonya told Lyra that Shayna won't bite unless she tells her to. Okay. That's right. Tomorrow night, NXT, it's going to be Trick and Ethan with CM Punk as the special guest referee. And I wouldn't be surprised if McIntyre shows up there and gets him some. All right, so Mike Witt. Yeah, I kind of think this is a good possibility here. You heard it here first. We talked about this last week, I think. Liv beats Rhea with help from a returning Raquel Rodriguez. And then a Raquel versus Rhea Ripley feud would work because that would keep Rhea Ripley busy to allow Liv to have, somewhat of a decent-sized title run here. But at some point, I still think you got to put the belt back on Rhea Ripley. Who did she work with last year? Why can't she? She won the belt against Charlotte, WrestleMania 39. What did she do last year? She won, right? I don't even remember who her fucking opponent was at WrestleMania. But if she's going to defend the belt again this year, she's going to have to win it back eventually, unless they want to have her just win the belt again. I don't think you can stretch Liv and Rhea Ripley to WrestleMania. I just don't see how that's possible. And my idea for Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair seems like it's out the window as well, as Bianca's probably going to work with Jade Cargill. So Rhea Ripley, what might not be bad, believe it or not, is Ripley, maybe winning the belt back, and then Charlotte coming back and winning the Rumble or something, and challenging Ripley at WrestleMania, and hopefully losing to her. I don't know, maybe do Ripley and Charlotte again, rematch. Oh yeah, Becky. It was Becky. I was about to bring up Becky, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's who Rhea Ripley faced at WrestleMania. Becky. And Becky's going to have to come back at some point. Yeah, my brain is not retaining things the way it used to be when I was a fan. When I was younger, man, I'd remember every damn result of every pay-per-view. I can't remember what happened at this year's WrestleMania. We watched it together. Come on, Detroit. Force a turnover here or something. Get the ball back. Run the score up. Blow them out. Joshua, no live stream on NXT for NXT tomorrow on the CW. I will be back at work. I had a hellacious week this week, and I'm lucky to have a pretty cushy job, so I don't get my ass kicked, for a full week straight very often anymore. And this was a long one. Yesterday was like a 10, 11 hour day. It was just nuts. So I'll be back at it for the next 4 days at work, and then I'll be off Saturday for the pay-per-view. I'm actually going to be off Saturday, Sunday, Monday this week. So I got a nice 3-day weekend ahead of me. But this week will be easy. This week will not. I'll be at work every night, but it's going to be very easy work. Sometimes I don't even feel right about complaining about if I have like a hard work day. I'm like, overall, I've got it pretty good. So if I got to bust my ass one day, it ain't going to kill me. It's good for me. It's good for my old bones. Chat disconnected. Okay, that's a new one. I've never seen the chat disconnect before. Looking good otherwise, though. Yeah, Raquel coming back. I'm happy because she went through a difficult situation there with her, her skin issue and stuff. So, and they tried to bring her back, and then she kind of disappeared again. So if she's back ready to rock, I hope so. And having her feud with Rhea Ripley sounds great. I don't know what's going on with the chat, guys. This must be a YouTube thing because we're fine on our connection. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me refresh this. All right. So I don't know if it's going to... Are we okay? We're connected. There's no issue. I'm not getting any warning signs, but for some reason the chat is saying it disconnected. Let me just write something here. Okay. My chat came through. I think we're all right. Hey, who's these guys? Who's the guy behind Woods and Kofi here? Who is that? Y'all see that dude? Yeah, Rodrigo, I can see you. Is that Cross? Oh, I guess it is Cross. Doesn't look like him, though. I kind of like Cross kind of watching there. So Kofi is basically telling Woods that because of that victory over Rey Mysterio that he's going to get an Intercontinental title shot now against Jey Uso. We know how that's going to go. It's not going to go well for Mr. Woods. And he'll blame Kofi and throw a big fucking temper tantrum again so we can see where all this is going. He's all happy and high right now, but it will not last. Yeah, maybe you guys didn't even see. There was a notice like right there in the chat, like where the comments are. It said, chat disconnected, chat reconnected, chat disconnected, chat reconnected. But nothing was going on. It was just saying that. So I think we're fine. False alarm. Okay, apparently Lyra has an overall 2K24 rating of 80. Is that good? I don't know what that even means. Yeah, Ryan, you probably did get an ad. I don't turn them off for this. I just turn them off for watch-alongs with the timer and stuff. Otherwise, this is still a business. Get premium. Pure Smoothie Collection. Michael Kuma, Woods is high, probably, knowing him. I mean, I would be. Pure Smoothie Collective. What's your favorite flavor? I like strawberry orange. So if I'm going to go get a smoothie, I'm going to probably ask for one of those. I mean, I like Zoe. I like all three of these women kind of individually. I even kind of like them as a team, but it just feels like such a weird comparison. Many, many moons ago, there was a brief alliance between Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock, and Steve Blackman. And I think they were called like the Shooters or something. It lasted like 2 months. And the idea was great. The three of them together, like, holy shit, who could stop them? But it just wasn't sticking, you know? Like, and this pure smoothie collection is kind of like the same thing to me. It's just like, okay, I prefer Sonya kind of in a managerial, occasional wrestler role. And Zoe and Shayna are tough as hell, but just something like this should be a can't miss, you know, on paper, but it's still a miss somehow. And that'll happen sometimes. Sometimes really not a good explanation for it. I think the name of the faction is a little stupid. But even a dumb name shouldn't be enough to kill it, because you don't have to look any further than Braun Breaker or Dolph Ziggler or a whole bunch of other dumbass named wrestlers who have done really well. So I'm hoping, you know, maybe like best case scenario many years ago, like 10 years ago, when New Day first started, we were talking about how something was missing. Don't know what. All three of them are great. Teaming them up in a faction is even a good idea, but they were lacking some sort of a connection. And it took them a little bit until they found it. So maybe Sonya and Shayna and Zoe can do something similar and turn the tables here. But right now, the pure fusion collective, all they do is exist. They just exist to me, you know? And I think they need to do more than just exist. I mean, realistically, when the time comes to take the belts off of Bianca and Jade, assuming that will then set them on a course to collide with each other at WrestleMania, I think Fusion Collective could be perhaps the most likely team to beat them, considering they technically have a one-woman advantage with Sonya out there, so you can do some shenanigans. It might be them. I'll make that prediction. I'll make that bold prediction that Pure Fusion Collective will be the team that takes the belts off of Jade and Bianca whenever that happens. Because there ain't very many teams. And at least with them, they're three badass women who can legit fight, and they have an advantage. And there's a lot of, you know, NXT Gold, you know, there, and Shayna Baszler. Very decorated. Yeah, that's who I pick. But they got to just do better, though. Because right now I don't give a shit about their faction at all. What is my favorite Snoop Dogg song? You know, it's got to be something on Doggy Style. That was one of the first CDs I ever bought. I got a CD player for Christmas in like 92 or 93, whatever year that album came out. And I had tons of cassette tapes and stuff, but I never had a CD player. And with the CD player, I got a gift card to the music store that was enough to purchase 2 CDs. So I bought Pearl Jam, Verses, or the gray one with the dog on the cover, like the second album, or third, I don't remember, and Doggy Style. I got to look at the track listing on Doggy Style to remember which one is my favorite. I like this song. Snoop was the lead in one song on The Chronic. Was it Lil Ghetto Boy? I like that one. Gin and Juice is good. But gin and juice, that's a pussy drink. I'm sorry. But gin and juice, it's like a gin screwdriver, you know, where you do gin and orange juice. I mean, okay. I mean, it's going to taste all right, but it's a pussy drink. It's a pussy drink. Women put juice in their drinks. Ever had a mimosa? Men don't do that. Certainly not gangstas. So I don't know why gangstas are drinking gin and juice. I mean, it should just be gin and gin. If you want to be hardcore, you just drink gin right out in a bottle. Fuck your juice. Unless juice is slang for something else, and I haven't known that in 32 years or whatever, but pretty sure gin and juice. It's a pussy drink. And plus, any cocktails that have juice or fruit juice in them is usually going to be vodka or rum. Very rarely gin. Unless you're making like a Negroni. Rolling down the street, smoking endo, drinking my Negronis. Yeah, Negronis are delicious. That has gin in it. Oh, nice. Rana there. By the way, if anybody's not watching actual Raw right now, it is Lyra Valkyria taking on Zoe Stark. A couple of really strong, short pit bulls. I do like Lyra. I've given her shit for her kind of generic-looking entrance, and I don't understand what the fuck is up with the bird wings. And I don't really like her name, her NXT name. I think it's kind of silly. But she's an athlete. She is an athlete. Oh my. Very, very good missile dropkick by Zoe. Good stuff. Yeah, I know, Mike. Screwdrivers are good, but that's not gin. That's vodka. Screwdriver is just vodka and orange juice. Add a little cranberry, you got yourself a Madras. Add some grenadine, and you probably got a sex on the beach. Put tequila in it, you got a sunrise. These are pussy drinks. Uh-oh, look out. Now, this is exactly how I think they can beat Jade and Bianca if the time comes. But if Lyra picks up the win here, being down... Oh, there we go. Nice running knee there by Sonya. I was about to say, I don't want Lyra to win when she's at such a huge disadvantage here. If you want to make this faction important, they got to win. I don't love the Z360, but I don't hate it. It has feels like a 60% success rate. It's way better than the, whatever that Mercedes Moné move is. That's terrible. Yeah, fuck her up. Okay, here comes somebody. Who is this? Oh, I forgot about them. It's Caden and the other one. The other one's got a bedazzled Rip Hamilton nose guard there. Must have broke her little nose. I forgot about these two. Remember that shit they did that in the club or whatever? I'm like, please don't ever do that again. And I don't think they have. I do like that their move is called the keg stand. I was very good at keg stands in my day. I could go toe-to-toe with the best of them. But if I did one now, I'd die. Okay. Caden and the other one are back. Go tell someone who cares. Lions up 14-0, by the way. Oh, okay, right. So it was them. It was the faction that broke her nose to begin with. Oh, okay. Well, she came back. Okay, great. Well, I feel bad she had a broken nose. Those are not fun. No, I do not know Call of Duty. The only thing I know, and the only thing I really have ever known, is that. That's it. This is the limit to my video game knowledge. Anything that happened after this, you're talking to the wrong guy. Mike, appreciate 5 more. Worst Attitude Era faction, the Shooters or the Union? You're going to go with the Union. It just didn't go together. It did not. And Vince was a part of that, right? Whenever I think of the Union, they were together when Owen Hart passed away. So I don't really like thinking about the Union. Yeah, the Shooters would have worked. It was just they didn't. And there's been a lot of examples. You could go through history, different eras of things that you would think on paper would be a can't miss. And it turns out to be a complete fumble. Oh, flag down. Oh, hello, CM Punk. He's wearing all white. He's got his phone in his pocket. I can see it. Either that or he's got a square dong. I'm going to bank on phone on that one. Zane G, no, I never had a Super Nintendo. However, I did have a Sega Genesis. I had a Sega Genesis in which I played Sonic and the WWE games, Rumble and whatever the other one was. And I had friends that had Super Nintendos. I never had it, but I played enough of my friend's Super Nintendo where I actually did beat Super Mario World. So I kind of lied. My knowledge goes a little bit beyond Nintendo, but not much beyond that. Just a little bit of Sega Genesis and a sliver of Super Nintendo. But I never really played those consoles, and I don't really know the good games for them, where regular Nintendo NES, the Marios and the baseball games and the Conters and the Double Dragons and the Paper Boys and the Double Dribbles and the Blades of Steels and all that. Love all that stuff. Excite Bike, 19 to 43, Gunsmoke, California Games, RC Pro-Am, Burger Time, Arch Rivals, WrestleMania, all the Marios, Rampage, Ice Hockey. What else I got up there? I can't see. There's a glare, but that stuff. You can't possibly be a millennial. I don't think I am a millennial. I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X. I was born in 77. I'm living in my 6th decade. 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. That's 6. I don't know why I didn't use my thumb. 6. I know I'm Gen X because I got a really nice, I'll never forget it. It was way back. I was still living on the East Coast. And I was a server in a really, really fancy schmancy restaurant. And I got just a rave review on the website. And I'll never forget the first sentence. It said, for those of you who say Generation X doesn't know anything about customer service, hasn't met Gregory. And it was like the coolest, most flattering, nice thing. Like, he was just so wonderful. He was great to our kids. He was great to our family. And, he was, they just really put me over, so to speak. And I think that's how I learned I was Gen X. It was from that. I was like, I guess I'm Gen X. If you sent a PlayStation 5 to your door, would you stream playing? I appreciate the offer, but there are PlayStations in my house because Elizabeth's kids we got an Xbox down there, and I think 2 PlayStations. We have console. I just don't play them. I don't even touch them. So I'm so out of the loop, dude. This fucking thing, bro. There's 2 buttons. What am I supposed to do with all the shit on the top and the side, and having headsets on? Like, what? Have you met me? Do I look like somebody who could handle that? No. That would be so over my head. I'm trying to run a YouTube channel here. And I'm about to start a baseball card business, by the way, in about 3 days. About to send my first batch of cards off to PSA. And I work my regular job. I don't know where Elizabeth, I don't know where I would fit video games in and still be able to sleep and take shits and that type of thing. So there's just no room. I ain't got no room. If I started playing video games, I'd have to stop talking to y'all. So I'd rather just stay here if it's okay with y'all. Wow, look at this cross promotion. They had all the NXT guys at the NASCAR race in Kansas. They had their own car. Is Bob Holly back? I still remember Bob Holly, Sparky Plug's theme music. Caden and the other one with the bedazzled Rip Hamilton mask. Katana, honestly, you still look pretty good even with that on. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm glad that Katana's fired up, but are Isla and Alba really that big? Look at the size of them compared to those other 4 women. Are they standing on? I think the other 4 have got no shoes on. Or maybe they do. They just towered over them. Katana fired up is pretty funny. She's not threatening. Oh, there's a cell hanging. How did we not notice that thing hanging up there? None of y'all pointed that out? I didn't notice it. And luckily, it's silver. Thank you, Triple H. Seattle just scored. Can you imagine being on the production team and looking at your phone being like, hey, Dave, they want us to set the cell up on Monday for a fucking promo. And then Dave's like, oh, son of a bitch.
And I can assure you that after Hell in a Cell, their war will be over. Because it has to end. But to get to Saturday, we have to make it through tonight. And that means there will be no physical battle between Punk and Drew McIntyre tonight in Evansville.
No physical battle in Evansville. Sorry, Evansville. Sucks for you.
I have granted both competitors the opportunity to fire off one last parting shot in their very bitter war of words. Please join me in welcoming our competitors for Hell in a Cell this Saturday. First, the best in the world, CM Punk.
They had posted a video of Punk with Larry backstage on YouTube, and Drew McIntyre today quote tweeted it with a clip of Jack Black punting Baxter off the San Diego Bridge in Anchorman. Oh, so good. Hey, at least Drew didn't kidnap Larry and cook Larry and then feed Larry to CM Punk. And they got a blue bar cage inside of that Hell in a Cell, so things could be worse. All right, fans. I talked about this last week. There's another fucker in the crowd. We need to retire the eating corn the long way. Y'all have beat it to death. The first time I saw that sign, I laughed my balls off. But now, this is the 7,000th time I've seen that sign. And I no longer laugh as hard. I mean, the cell, even though it's not red anymore, wow, you can see red underneath those rungs. That means they painted it. They didn't make a new cell, they painted the old one. That used to be red. But, like, it still kind of looks like a toy. It just looks like a toy. It looks so gridded and, and put together where, like, the original cell, pieces were flying off of it when Undertaker and Foley were up there. Punk, please don't hurt yourself climbing on this thing.
than anybody he's encountered in that cell previously. Massive amount of security in the ring inside the cell as Adam Pearce very deliberate in saying we cannot have them touch each other tonight because
And they're both going to be in this thing.
on Saturday, but they can have their final battle in what has been a long-standing.
Which one of those guys standing in the ring is going to main event WrestleMania? And then when his A&E biography comes out, they talk about being a part of this legendary angle. By now, one of these two guys will have passed away or something. 20 years in the future. Let's hope not. I like the low horizontal Tron. Better than the one that went straight to the fucking roof.
He was reflective, he was honest, discussing how he never thought things would go this far.
Here's one thing I like. I like the contrast in attire. You know, Punk is out there wearing all white, but kind of dressed to fight. Drew's out there in a suit. Yeah, he eats corn the long way. I know. Very creative, very original. Nobody's ever said that before, only you. I'm gonna go get one of these. Be right back. Oh, you call Gen Z Zoomers? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not even a... Well, boomers before me. So I guess I could be a Zoomer. There you go. Take that sign to Raw. Carlito eats apples the long way. Which is almost like... Well, actually, he does. Right when he takes a bite out of it, it's like stem up, right? I guess sometimes you can go sideways with it, but yeah, he actually kind of does.
Almost a year ago, and somehow the temperature has just kept on rising, and it has to end this Saturday, one way or another. All right, gentlemen, I'm giving you the time before we get to Hell in a Cell. Any last words? I'll go first. You're perhaps wondering why I'm wearing the black.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Well, it's out of respect, and not respect for you, because I have literally less than zero respect for you. It's out of respect for your wife. After this Saturday, what I do to you, she's gonna have to feed you. She's gonna have to bathe you.
Oh.
Hell, she's probably gonna leave you.
I don't think she's going to leave
You
him.
also might notice this is a tux, because for the rest of the world, it's gonna be a celebration when you're gone and you're not gonna come back this time.
Oh, so he's wearing a tux. You got no tie on, though.
Less than a year, you've been injured 4 months, and you're gonna be gone forever, and it's all thanks to Drew McIntyre. You don't want to talk? I can talk all day.
Joshua, I just showed you some love on Twitter, but I forgot to tag you. My bad.
To me, for 10 months, you've been watching what's been happening for 10 months, and even after all of the evidence is presented to you, you still chant his name. The Roxanne Perez, the NXT champion, worshipped this man, wanted to be like him, got into wrestling because of him, and spent a few days with him and realized what kind of person he truly is. Eventually, you have to look yourself in the mirror and realize who the idiots are around here. I can see the hatred burning through you. Maybe you've got nothing.
I mean, who y'all got? We have Punk winning this, right? Is that what we're doing?
I wasn't even a blip on your radar. You hate me, and I hate you. You taught me how to hate. There was a time where I had no time for hate in my life. Only love. Surround yourself with people you love. Do what you love. But hate, you taught me, is a powerful weapon. It is a powerful weapon if you use it correctly, but it's dangerous if it stays with you long term. And that's why it's lucky for me this Saturday inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. That hate will die.
I really want this match to be good. They need to stick this landing for this to, you know, go down as one of the better modern feuds. And especially if they're going to compete, you know, fan voting wise with like feud of the year with Swerve and Hangman. This one needs to get a little gnarly. And they've already mentioned the possibility of blood. And I think they're going to spill a little. I'm confident that Triple H is going to let some blood flow at Bad Blood. Blood is in the name of the pay-per-view. How are they not going to have any?
People have called me a lot of things. Best in the world. Second City Saint. Voice of the voiceless. Tonight, I am voiceless because I have nothing to say to a piece of garbage like you.
Oh, I wish you would have said shit. Hopefully on Netflix he'd call him a piece of shit.
I am filled with so much rage when I look at you. I can't go home. I've been living in a hotel for 4 weeks because I will not subject my wife to the man all of this has turned me into. You
Punk, you've not been staying at a hotel for 4 weeks.
have turned me into the fictitious boogeyman that my harshest critics accuse me of being, and that's exactly who I need to be inside Hell in a Cell Saturday to send you home to Scotland in a box.
Send him home in a box. All right, you better have something up your sleeve because Drew is bigger and stronger than you.
To remember
Oh, Lions are in. Scored again.
that you prayed for all of this, and it happened. And Saturday, when you are locked inside the cell with me, and I have taken everything from you, and your fear subsides, and you're gripped with nothing but panic, on your hands and your knees, crawling, begging, you will look up, and I will wipe the blood from your eyes so you see me. And it's not a God you're praying to. It's not the devil you're praying to. You will be praying to CM Punk. I will see you in hell. Wait, there is nowhere else to go here. There is nowhere else to go. Drew saying the hate within me dies with you Saturday.
I mean,
I'm sending you home to Scotland.
I hope they deliver.
The only place to go
You know, I feel like if the story is dictating that Punk should win the blow-off,
is Hell in a Cell.
I don't know, like, if it would just be just a straight-up fight that Punk gets the better of, or all of this tying into what he's turned into. I haven't seen my wife in 4 weeks because I don't want to subject her to the state of mind you've put me in, and I'm the boogeyman. You know, if he pulls out some, like, really over-the-top creative way to get the better of McIntyre. Not something that's necessarily out of bounds or against the rules, just something that's never been done to, like, even McIntyre didn't see coming. You know, like, I don't know, tying him up or something. You know, those kendo sticks in that with the Usos and New Day was unique. And, you know, Punk does something to where he puts McIntyre in a helpless position and just executes him, you know, and then pins him. I hope it's, like, kind of creative. I hope not only is it violent and bloody, but I hope it's a creative finish. All right, so we got Miz and Strowman backstage, and we have, I R-Truth is back.
Why not? I hit with 5 tsunamis. I don't remember that.
See, Truth doesn't even remember the tsunamis. He's fine. He's fine.
Massive match.
Because if you can't remember it, it never really took place.
I gotta go. I got problems to handle it. You guys start. I'm gonna go finish this.
See, he thinks Strowman's Andre the Giant.
Yeah, but why didn't you tell me you were coming? I don't know. But I do know. I've been watching the show. I like the way King and Cross been picking on you, dog. He's been picking on me. He been picking on you.
He's picking on him.
Listen. Take that in here. I got us in one match. Match? Yes. It's us versus AI.
Aop. Oh, good. It's them versus Aop. I like Aop.
Wizard and witch with AOP.
Aop. If you want to spell it, Miz, fine. That's a little weird. Miz is like spelling the name of the team. Who does that? It's Aop. Fucking idiot, Miz.
Scared now. Awesome truth is back. That's the truth.
Here, R-Truth is trying to talk to Miz, just have a normal conversation with him, and Miz is just like all over the place, not making any sense. It's got to be frustrating for R-Truth, you know? Like, I got to worry about my friend Miz walking around spelling the names of tag teams randomly. I think that's weird as fuck. Just call him Aop. All right, here comes one pizza title. And the horrifically out-of-place Carlito eating his apple the long way, as one does.
I feel like so much of the focus recently has been on the
Oh my God, that sign. Dom's mustache smells like tuna sign in the crowd. That's lovely. Fans have still got it. That's an Attitude Era sign right there. Y'all, is this Cardi the Stallion? Oh no, it's Cardi B. What's good, Cardi? I don't understand this. This is over my head. I don't know what Bianca and Cardi the Stallion are talking about. Yeah, it could be a tap out. I'm worried too, like Hell in the Cell. You know, if it's just like a knockout or if the referee just calls the match for one guy or something, you know. Yeah, right. I laughed too that Punk kind of feels like his wife is that soft. She should be able to handle that. But yeah, but Elizabeth, you know, she was there. She didn't have to be shielded from the Cobra chewing on the arm of Randy Savage. Oh yeah, good point, Juliet. Yeah, if they had the cell, because they did that like way back in '98, they had the cell there, and there wound up being a big brawl. Austin wound up on the top of that thing, walking around on it, right, like on Monday Night Raw. So they've done some cell fun before. Strowman and Reed, they don't have anyone backing them up, so there's no one who can like hijack the button to push to lower it down. Unless they brawl over there and then Strowman happens to see it and then pushes the button and then drags Reed back over there under the cell or vice versa. And they fight in it. I don't know. But then we're getting a Hell in the Cell match on Raw ahead of the one on Saturday. So I don't know. But they could incorporate it.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come.
What's my favorite Cardi B song? Smells Like Teen Spirit. Hello, Julie Bowen. Speaking of Happy Gilmore 2, shout out to MJF, who no doubt will be some sort of a relative of Shooter McGavin. Otherwise, why even cast him? If MJF is in that movie as a babyface, I'm going to be pissed. If he's like Sandler's friend, I'm going to be pissed. He needs to be McGavin's friend. Where he's like, where they open up to him having like a nice shit breakfast or whatever. Because you know how them shooters love, or McGavins love that. Oh man, he's gonna be Adam Sandler's son. Okay, so that means he is gonna be the babyface. I was hoping he would be Shooter's son and he'd be going up against Adam Sandler's son. That's a missed opportunity there, man. I think he'd be such a great heel. All right, Cody on the Pat McAfee Show this Wednesday. Yeah, I'm kind of vaguely aware of the Costco family because they were like on AEW, and I saw like one video. I'm like, okay, that's enough. All right, Sammy and Kathy backstage.
Main event WrestleMania. Every step along the way, there have been doubters, there have been people that have disrespected me or said I don't belong or I'm not good enough, whatever it is, and you think I'd be used to it, but and it wouldn't bother me, but it does. It does, and I think anybody who tells you it doesn't bother them at all, I think they're either lying to you or they're lying to themselves. And I'm not.
Gillicam, yeah, we were unfortunately aware of Pete Rose.
Saying that he won't give me this World Heavyweight Championship match because I'm not on his level. It hits a bit of a sore spot for me, you know? But I don't lose sleep over it either because at the end of the day, I know how good I am. And I know I am more than good.
But Sammy, why are you accepting Gunther saying no? Why don't you just go talk to Adam Pearce? He's the one you need to talk to, not Gunther.
I hope you are watching this, buddy. I really hope you are. Because you can keep running your mouth and you can keep running away. You can keep ducking and dodging all my challenges. But you need to know something, Gunther. I don't go away that easy. I am coming for you, and I will not stop until I get my chance at the World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, so they're just going to take the long road here for Sammy to finally convince Gunther to face him. I mean, not going to lie, that should be a pretty awesome Saudi match if that's where they're doing it. It's going to have to be. It's going to have to be there.
Hey, wait. They're getting ready to take on LW. I don't know if you saw this. Are you aware that you can buy toilet paper on WWEshop.com? With Dirty Dom's face on it. There are people paying $12.99 to place their business.
Yeah, the Dom toilet paper. I'm not buying that.
Let's get back to business here. And the business is going to be coming your way at Bad Blood. Finn Balor, Damian Priest. That is this Saturday with a special 6 p.m. Eastern start time.
Yeah, I got to try to get predictions to you guys. I'll bust out a quick video on this. 5 matches. I can do that in 12 minutes. I'll just throw up an edited video maybe by no later than Friday. I'll get one to you. All right, here comes the Lua, or the Lulu, or LWO for all you weird spellers out there. Yeah, the LWO was kind of a pointless resurrection. I feel like it was done purely for merch. Those shirts will sell. What has Dragon Lee got behind his back? Oh. Elbow pad, okay. All right, so we got Judgment Day versus LWO in a 6-man here. Don't really give a shit who wins this. Yeah, Dragunov and Balor is going to be fun when they get to that, Mike. And you're interested in what they're teasing with Dragunov and Judgment Day the last few weeks. Yeah, they've had some interactions, so that's going to lead to something. You're right. 5 more from Mike. Thanks, dude. Looks like Seattle's slightly on the move here. Yeah, Josh, JD's head, it's like we're trying to watch Raw, and you're trying to watch a wrestling match, but 86% of the screen is head of JD. It's like it leaves you no room to see anything else. He got him. No, he didn't. Carlito kicked out. I thought actually that was going to be it. I'm like, nice, quick, short, and sweet match here. It is absolutely crazy how pretty much everybody can do a 450 now. First time I saw a 450, I shit a cinder block. I was blown away that could be done. Same thing with the shooting star press. First time I saw that, I was like, I'm sorry, what now? I could barely pull that off on the diving board at my local pool.
Wayfarer's big sale is finally here. Right now, you can save up to 80% off at Wayfair.
Yeah, Joshua, can I do a 450? I can try. I seriously doubt I could pull it off. I definitely could do it when I was younger, like into a foam pit, no problem. I'll bust that out like it's nothing. But now I'd rather not be flipping my body multiple revolutions in the air just to preserve my health. Hey, 150 I could do. What's that? Just like down on your knees or something? On all fours?
That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
And I forgot, WWE, they didn't bring in LWO before, right? Many years ago. They did Mexicools, right? But there was never an LWO. Is this the first or the second time they brought back LWO? I think it's just the first, right? I remember Mexicools because how silly that was and the lawnmowers and all that stuff. But I can't remember now. The LWO was a thing. Oh, you ripped your swimming trunks. That'll do it.
If you're an asbestos victim, pay close attention. Billions of dollars.
I remember there was one summer because we had a pool in my neighborhood, and all the kids that went to my school lived in the neighborhood. I was very lucky as a kid, and in the summertime, everybody meet at like the neighborhood pool. And I swear there was one summer where I like didn't take a shower. I was just at the pool every day. I mean, I think I went like a whole summer and just didn't get in the shower. Just clean my hair was like green. I definitely went several weeks. All right, we are back. 6-man action. It appears that Judgment Day is in control. We got Dom in his white and purple. Damn, that was loud. Nice. You know, for JD, for as big as his head is, he's not a bad talent, man. He busts his ass in there. I don't know the details of his apparent allegations that do exist. I've heard a few people mention them. I don't know anything about them. So I don't really know if he's a piece of shit or not. Don't know. But whatever it is. Oh, watch it. Oh, that's how you twist your knee off. Oh, 3-0, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All three are piled up, and McDonough is upside down. Well, don't take too long, Dragon Lee. Well, tag him already. Otherwise, these guys look dumb. Wow. So he basically Van Terminatored all of Judgment Day into the corner. But he didn't go the coast-to-coast, like, horizontal way. He came like, they used the overhead cam for him to jump to the side of the hard cam. All right, he's going to do that springboard thing, which is just wild. Ooh. I feel like that almost didn't work. Oh, there's Balor showing back up. Well, I guess his travel issues weren't that bad. I always forget that JD's finisher is Devil Inside. I was a big NXS fan as a kid. Still am. It was just such a wacky way, like... And why is Finn Balor's shirt so big? Why is he wearing a gigantic shirt? See, that springboard thing they tried to do. That almost didn't work. I love how we're getting the rewinds. And then Balor showing up. Judgment Day gets the win. Is Balor going to like cut a promo or something? Is he going to take this shirt off to reveal something underneath? Why is his shirt so big? Yeah, and JD was the one that picked up the win this time. That's great.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Is Movie finance free?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up, sweetie. We're gonna move. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
Can't invest.
What's up at DQ? 2 sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, all white meat chicken, and your choice of wing famous flavors like honey barbecue or Parmesan garlic. Who are you? We enjoy flavors at DQ. Nothing tastes good.
You can shred cheese with FinZab. That's awesome. You got any laundry you need to do, just phone up the old Finster. And one of the best things about Good Micro is you don't blast the screen with surveys each match who wins. Oh, is that what I should be doing? No, I kind of like just to keep these chill. I'm not trying to do any work. I mean, any hard work. Although I'm still just right here on YouTube. You know, I never did get into Twitch or now TikTok, and there's a lot of people doing wrestling reactions. I mean, I could migrate and just start a TikTok channel, but I'm just worried I wouldn't keep up with it. And might be a good idea, though. Maybe I should tick my first talk. But it's like Instagram, you know, I started an Instagram account 15 years after the rest of the world. So, you know, if I did TikTok, like, how am I really going to grow at this point, starting this late, you know?
Good morning. We just changed our Southwest flight to San Diego today.
Doesn't have to change fees.
Beautiful. For Kim Jong Bitcoin, Aaron Yeehaw.
Change your flight without a fee. That's a big flex.
The world needs less TikTok. Yeah, I'd just be adding to the talks. Yeah, Rude and Balor have similar shredding, don't they?
Tonight at 8 on CW San Diego.
Was he? Was Tongaloa was in the Mexicools? I don't even remember. I barely even remember the Mexicools. I thought that was somebody else. I thought Camacho was somebody else. I don't know. I don't think that's him though. Who was the guy? Who was the guy that was like Carlito stabbed Cena, right? But there was somebody with him. Carlito had like a homie. Who was that? Who was that guy? All right, Judgment Day are still in the ring here with the music playing. So the fact that they haven't left the ring yet means something's happening. What the hell's going to happen other than Priest and Ripley coming out? Like, this makes no sense why they would all be in there having this moment throughout the entire commercial break. Oh, promo. Okay, well, that makes sense. I literally thought they were just going to stand in there and continue to hug.
Amigo, you of all people should know. No tengo corazón. I don't have a heart.
You ain't got a heart, but you got a big ass fucking pimple on your cheek. I've been there.
I'm gonna prove to the
I've done a bunch of streams with one of them on my face.
And at the Judgment Day, never needed Damian Priest.
Tongaloa was Camacho? My Mexicool's knowledge is very poor. So y'all are going to have to be in charge of that discussion. All right, Liv, if you say so. You're already holding the title longer than I thought. Oh, okay, well, here comes Rhea right now. See, last week I didn't like what was going on because Rhea was in the ring with them, talking to them, and I'm like, she should still be seething with rage. And the fact that she's composing herself here was a little ridiculous. And here she is again. She's not making a beeline for the ring or anything. She's just... Oh, he's got dirty secrets. What are they? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the shark cage. Oh, so he's not going to be hanging over the ring? Oh, afraid of heights. Oh, claustrophobic. Well, I kind of am too, so... I wouldn't be surprised if mine would be classified as extreme. So the fact that she mentioned his fear, his claustrophobia, and not his fear of heights, makes me think that they're not raising this shark cage above the ring. What's happening? Oh, Priest is here. Hey, the apple. Watch that apple. Yeah, you know, Priest is like, I'm going to beat you and your fucking oversized t-shirt. Uh-oh, look out, idiots. Oh, headbutt to Liv. There you go. I was hoping she would give us more dirty little secrets from Dom other than these claustrophobic. Like I caught him jerking it to Mario porn or something like that. Like something awesome. You know, that's what I was hoping she would say. He asked me to stick a chicken tendy up my... Never mind. You know, but something like that, you know? Yeah, they are not mentioning at all that this thing is going to be hanging from the ring, so... Maybe that's Dominic. Maybe he's just like, I would tell Triple H, I'm like, don't hang me from the ceiling. I can't do it. I'm going to shit my pants up there. And the last thing you want is that stuff running down into the ring, into your match. Or I'd barf. I don't, something bad would happen. Fluid would come out of me. I know that. So maybe Dom was just like, I can't be up there. I've seen one shark cage match live. I was at Unforgiven. It was, I think it was Triple H and Owen. Oh, China was hung on in the trap. There we go. I mean, he had the sneak attack advantage, but, you know, going in there in a 4-on-1, 5 if you include Liv. That's one problem with this Terror Twins feud, is that there's 2 of them and there's like 9 of the other guys. I mean, this is the go home segment here, so this is boding well. Ooh, boding well for Priest getting the win on Saturday. Oh, wow. He's going to hit him with multiple coup de graces. He's like, do it again. He's like tsunamiing him, but with Finn's move. Oh, the carnage in Evansville. The apple survived. Carlito has regained possession of the apple. Take a big juicy bite out of it the long way. Now he just tossed it. Finn didn't even bring his pizza belt. I mean, this makes it look like JD's the champion of the group. This is a misleading image right here. It should be a real shark cage. Where do shark cages typically go? Where sharks are. Where are sharks? Into ocean. So dunk his ass in the ocean. Yeah, you still call him Butch. Thanks for the reminder, Seamus, because it's not like the fans didn't have a problem with that or anything. Yeah, Paul Bearer did was up there. A lot of guys were. Lawler did the bloody nose bit. I think Cornette was up there in a time or two in the NWA. Okay.
What do you say?
All right, so Sheamus in a really well-produced kind of taped promo there, or vignette, or whatever that's called. Kind of challenges Pete Dunne to a Donnybrook match. A good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. What's y'all's favorite Donnybrook match of all time? Ivy Nile. She looks like the woman that would be working the front desk of a very, very successful bail bonds company. Like when you walk in the front door, you're going to be greeted by her. And she'll be the one collecting your money. And then Brutus and Julius will be in the back in case any trouble arises. Creed bonds. Damn, Gable's got a gaff. Oh, this must be a Pete Rose thing.
Baseball legend and WWE Hall of Famer Pete Rose. He passed away today. He was a fixture ringside for all combat sports, whether it was a championship boxing match in Vegas or here in WWE. He was a
I think he should have gone into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
ring announcer for Kane and Undertaker, played a major role in WrestleMania 15. Pete Rose, WWE Hall of Famer, was 83.
Wow, he was 83. I have a couple of Pete Rose cards. I'm about to send in a bunch of stuff to get graded here in the next several weeks. See how the value of those cards are doing today. Yeah, I'm surprised Dragunov didn't come out in that last segment and help out. What the hell's he been doing? Evansville may experience an earthquake in about an hour. Yeah, you're probably right. There's some beefy men about to get it on. That's a great sentence. But it's accurate. Oh, yeah, Jericho. I'll be hanging up there like a piñata. Like a sexy piñata. Probably my favorite Jericho line of all time.
AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Oh, definitely Pete Rose over Jose Canseco. Because I like Pete Rose. He was fun, because Pete Rose came into our world a little bit. Jose Canseco was just an asshole. he just came off like an asshole. Like a fucking took steroids and then was just an asshole his whole life. But Pete Rose was fun. And he gambled and he fucked up and stuff, but I just don't know if like the lifetime ban was really necessary, and I'm not sure if the punishment really fit the crime, in that instance. I understand it needs to be clear that gambling, is a no-no if you're in the league. But the numbers don't lie. That's a nice house. You should have seen this bougie ass place I was at yesterday. My God. Rancho Santa Fe. It's where like all just the richest of the rich live. And it was just so much. It's like, Jesus. I've never seen so many Gucci bags in one place in my life. And I was wearing a shirt I got on Amazon for $17. Man, those WrestleMania tickets are going on sale in about a month. Oh, holiday tour. Looks like that's a pretty rough schedule, man. Did you see that? Let me rewind that real quick. 26, 27, a double header, double shot on the 27th, double shot on the 28th, 29th, 30th. Okay, so 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So day after Christmas, they're going to be in Jacksonville. Then they're going to be double shots for the next 4 days. So yeah, they're going to get Christmas off. But like, how enjoyable is Christmas if you got to like leave that night? Like if you have the show the next day, I guess you can take a flight that morning and get over there. But man, it's like you can't even enjoy your Christmas and have a few cocktails. You got to wake up at the butt ass crack of dawn to hop on a flight. I'm glad WWE gives the talent a lighter schedule these days, but give them the 26th off. Give them the day after off. Only because they're traveling. Give them an extra day. Bianca, I'm in your head forever already. That's awesome. Io and Kyrie are my favorite team. If I had to pick a favorite women's tag team, it's them. Oh, that's right. This is I'm like, what match is happening here? It's Gable and Mr. Kingston. Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? How great was that? Could you imagine if Kofi would have had to keep up the fake Jamaican accent all this time? And what was that, 15 years ago when Triple H said that to him? He'd probably be getting pretty good at it by now. He'd start going home for the holidays talking like that. I mean, is everything done now with Gable and the Wyatt Six, or is that still happening? Like, what's going on with that? I mean, look at Gable's gear and tell me how are they not going to bring Kurt Angle in to manage this and be the J.J. Dillon of the group? Like, how do you not do that? Like, maybe they could even do a story where Angle is the one that provides that extra little bit that Gable needed to be a world champion. Gave him that extra bit of knowledge.
There's so much technical skill and ability between these two, between Gable and Kofi, and athleticism with the drop kick from Kofi Kingston, the 270th televised match for Chad Gable.
And earlier on, him and, of course, Xavier Woods is all Mr. Happy now because he won a match with a sketchy finish against Rey Mysterio. So now he feels like, you know, Kofi's reassuring him that he's the quarterback of the team and he gets to make his own decisions or make the decisions for the team. And so now he's all excited. And he thinks he's going to get a title shot against Jey Uso and be the next Intercontinental Champion. And I'm sure he'll get the title shot. But that's where it's going to end. And then he'll be sad, mad, butthurt Woods again. Dude, I can see the deodorant in Chad Gable's armpits. Sometimes HD TV isn't good. Never would have seen that on my 19-inch Magnavox that I had in 1996. Shout out to Magnavox. The earthquake scale was named after Wendy Richter. Yes, it was named exactly after her. She was over.
Now, you might be noticing that something has changed. It's not Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. That's the It's the camera we're shooting. I just wanted a counter swap meet for a couple of bucks, which is a lot cheaper than renting a fancy commercial. It was even
Kurt can't be heel anymore? Fans won't boo an Olympic gold medalist? I don't know. I think they can. Kurt just has to come out and insult him.
So sorry, Ashley. Happy birthday.
You know, or they could do it short term. You know, if Kurt, you know, because you got to wonder, like, you know, would Kurt really want to come in and be on the road and be, you know, a regular fixture as a manager, you know? So maybe it would be like a short term angle thing to where Kurt comes in, helps get Chad to that level. Chad absorbs knowledge from Kurt and gets what he needs to understand how to actually be a champion and uses Kurt. And once he gets, you know, what he needs, then they dump Kurt. But I think it would be awesome if Kurt was just there.
Smiling first can help someone find the courage to do the same.
Imagine if the Attitude Era was shot in HD. Oh, yeah. There would be a few scenes that would be interesting.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today.
All right, commercial again. Y'all don't want to hear the AARP commercial full blast, do you? I mean, if you do, I'll turn it up. That's a good price on that house. All right, we've got a 21-7 Lions lead here, third quarter, 10 minutes left. Seattle's got the ball. They are in scoring position. Oh, we got a flag. That's probably going to be, it's going to be pass interference on Detroit. And that ball's going to be first and goal now. Good job. Good job, Detroit. Brilliant Minds tonight on NBC. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, but that show's been on like 21 seasons. That's insane. I've never seen a single episode. I cannot believe how long that's been on. Come on, Kofi. So I don't know if they're going to do, where both guys are going to keep momentum or if it's going to be Xavier getting the wins here and Kofi losing. And then maybe Kofi starts getting frustrated and Xavier's the one that has to talk him down. I don't know how long they're going to take this. But they've mentioned several times about that 10-year reunion coming up in November. So if they're going to have any sort of big thing go down between them in an angle, they might save it for that.
Who has hit new heights in recent months since linking up with the rest of America made a new cutthroat and hungry version of Chad Gable. Three brothers as well as... Oh, is he looking for it? He's trying. Kingston's... He did it instead. It's a counter roll for Kofi. Back to it for Chad. And the kick out. And look at the technical prowess that we're seeing between these two. Unsurpassed technical skills from...
I love that. I've always been a fan of that crucifix move. I remember first seeing that as a kid in like 84 or something, just being blown away. I'm like, what a crazy move. Oh, Gable. Jesus, he's not quite... Wow, they got that up. That is just wild to me.
First time in this matchup, despite the amount of abuse he's thrown away of Kofi Kingston, there is a look of despair in the eyes.
Despair.
He thought this one should have been over by now, Joe. And you can hear the support from those here in Evansville. Maybe you start to sense that this is a day that New Day refused to be denied. A corner-turning moment.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. I mean, he's even using the ankle lock for crying out loud. There we go. Nice little victory roll type of thing, sort of. Oh, Trouble in Paradise blocked into an ankle lock. Ooh. I forgot what he calls that. It's scary looking. What's the move that he just did? That's why I don't like when wrestlers name multiple moves they have. Oh, SOS. Maybe that's what it's called. SOS. Max Pokebro, yes. I talked about that when we saw Jey Uso's opening promo. The blue paint definitely helps improve the IC title. I still don't love it, but it's a big upgrade. I mean, it makes all a little difference. It's a small change, but it's a small change that made a big difference. So, yes, it improves it. 100%. And then Gable laughed. That was funny. So Xavier accidentally grabbed Kofi's leg there. and got the win. Now you're gonna okay, Xavier. Now imagine that you did this, or Kofi did this to you last week. You'd be slobbering and spitting and crying. Oh, it was. He did great. He grabbed Gable's leg, not Kingston, but that stopped Kingston from hitting the Trouble in Paradise. So Xavier saved Gable. You did it on purpose. Gotta love that kid in the John Cena hat, just gnawing on a hot pocket or something. What an awesome kid. He's here to play. The guy on the right hand side, what's that white stuff on him?
Last night, it was great to see Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, there we go. Rollins again. Oh, that's what I meant to mention. Did we talk about this last week? I think Rollins could maybe show up in this last Monster Standing match. What about him coming in and stomping Reed, allowing Strowman to get the win? I mean, it feels like he's been at the football game. He got thrown over into the football field. He's taking bumps. His hair is all nice, fresh and yellow, you know. I mean, he looks like he's ready to return anytime. It's not like he's on crutches or anything.
And yesterday, Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indy. The countdown to Royal Rumble there is underway.
God, all these teams have championship belts now. Oh, I like Reed Bronson's kind of blue. Blue fixes everything, doesn't it? All right, Lions, 21-14. They are on the 8-yard line. First and goal. Go, 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 go.
No. In fact, congratulations to Seth Rollins. I hope he's coming back. Because I took months off of his career. And next time, I will take years of his life.
Damn. Taking years out of his life. Like the Princess Bride? The Machine?
For exposing you for the man that you are. Because I am the last monster standing. Big Bronson Reed.
All right, Bronson, we'll go out there and do it then. But Rollins interfering in this, I wouldn't rule it out. Look at Gunther. Mr. Happy Man over here. I am here to deny more challengers. Who else wants a shot for me to say no to? I can't do his accent. Oh, yeah. Did we score? We scored. Go Lions. All right. This is more... Do not go down this path. It ends in your demise. Okay, I think this is kind of the same one we saw last week. Okay. Yo, who the F is that? Okay, that's why it's 6. I'm like, who the hell? I look like Nikki. So I guess they're done with American Made now, and they're starting to set the table for their next targets. WrestleMania and Allegiant Stadium. You know, I went to SummerSlam 2021, and it was not very good. I mean, it was fun, but it was shortly after the pandemic, and it was only like half capacity, and then the computer system went down. You couldn't buy anything like alcohol or food.
WrestleMania from Las Vegas. Tickets on sale Friday, October 25th. Scan the code now to register for exclusive pre-sale opportunities.
All the petty trash talk, the bickering and backstabbing, the lying, and all the fighting and cheating on reality TV? Me neither.
Jesus. There's a whole new slew of reality TV shows now that I would never watch.
Let's go. Same awful host.
Oh, you suck too.
You brought this on yourself, America.
Oh, that replay that I just saw was Goff caught that? I didn't even notice. I just kind of saw a nice little floater pass into the end zone. I didn't know that was Goff. That's awesome. Sweet. Go Lions. I got high hopes for them, man. I would love for a Super Bowl to come to a Super Bowl championship to come to Detroit for the first time ever. Those fans have suffered about as much as any fan base can. I think the Tigers and the Padres are both in the postseason, right? I don't know what I'm going to do there if we have a repeat of the 1984 World Series and it's Tigers and Padres. I'm going to be torn. I've lived here longer than Michigan. Wow, I just saw the replay of that. That was awesome. Hell yeah. 28-14. I just got to hold them off. The old Lions would cough this up and blow it. But this is the new Lions. Yeah, that Becky and Bianca match is scratching. But, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, of course, at the time, fans were like, oh, they've buried Bianca. Does Bianca appear to be buried to any of you? No. She's as big as ever. So didn't hurt her in the long run. Didn't really matter. But the booking decision was head scratching and stupid, yes, but ultimately did no damage. And that's really what's important. You know, if they do something really foolishly dumb or make a really head scratching decision, as long as it doesn't adversely affect, you know, anyone's career because of somebody else's stupidity, then at the end of the day, let it go. Yeah, no, Panthers have not won the Super Bowl. They've not been around very long. I was living in North Carolina when they were created in 1993. They had 1 year. They went, put up a fight against the Patriots. Nearly beat them, but fell just short. That's about as close as they got. Oh, man, Seahawks are on the move. Midfield. Stop them. Friday Night SmackDown on USA. Next week, it's only going to be a 2-hour watch-along. We're going to be done by now. So enjoy this final extra hour. Who dresses better, football fans or wrestling fans? I don't know. I think they dress the same, right? Well, football fans are wearing football jerseys and wrestling fans are wearing wrestling shirts. So I don't think I have an answer to that. Oh, fuck. Well, I didn't know about that. 6 to 9 months for Dragunov out. That's why, I guess that's why he didn't make the save in that earlier segment. I didn't really glance at much wrestling news today. Didn't have time. I wasn't aware of that's a news story that, I guess, shit, that sucks. That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, that probably puts him out for Mania. Because even if he was back by then, where are you going to shoehorn him in? Unless you do a battle royal and have him win it or something.
I love every aspect of being the World Heavyweight Champion. Being the top guy, the money, the luxuries, the amenities.
The luxuries, the amenities. Yeah, luxuries and amenities are awesome. You got to work hard for that stuff.
And that is the insult that I have to deal with Sami Zayn every single week. I could not ask for anybody more annoying than Sami.
I could not ask for anyone more annoying than Sami. Damn. Oh, here he comes. Sami's like, I'm not going to let you blabber. I worry that this is going to be a situation where he's going to be ambushed right here by Ludwig. Maybe not. Yeah, that was a torn ACL, huh? I didn't hear that. I can tell it was his leg. ACL's not what you want.
You know, Gunther, if you find it so annoying dealing with me every single week, you know, there's a very, very easy way to put an end to all of this once and for all.
Yeah, just give me the damn title shot.
And all you've got to do is give me what I keep asking for and put your heavyweight championship on the line, one-on-one.
This is...
But you won't do it, will you?
This defies a little bit of logic. Like, why doesn't Sami just go to Pierce, the person that has the power to make these matches? I don't recall any rule that says the champion has to agree first. If you're a number one contender, you're a number one contender. Oh, no, nope.
I tried to tell you, I tried to beat it into you. You're just not on my level. If I'm not on your level, then how come I'm the one who beat you at WrestleMania?
Yeah, Gunther, if you're the champion you claim to be, you should want to face Sami and right that wrong. If you're so confident, then go beat him.
You beat former world champions. Everybody that stepped you got knocked down except me. I pinned you.
Yeah, just keep throwing that win in his face. That's what I'd do.
You're so much better than me, and that's why it drives you crazy, doesn't it? And you know that if it was me versus you, Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, you are scared that it will happen.
There you go, Sami. See, if you're too dumb to go talk to Adam Pearce, at least be smart enough to just bait him into it. Just call him a bitch a few times. He'll cave. He's human.
You know what, Sami?
Maybe this will be it.
You're right. I'm afraid.
He'll still say no.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid for my reputation. Because after all those legendary things I did with the Intercontinental Championship, losing to the better man would have been no problem. But losing to you has been the biggest embarrassment of my career.
Well, then if it's the biggest embarrassment of your career, fix it. Come on, Gunther. I'm starting to doubt your toughness here.
I'm so busy embarrassing you in front of your own family that eventually it is what you did to me.
Like, Sami should not be...
That I will beat you at WrestleMania, so I flew my family over as well. I just didn't parade them around like you did to gain some sympathy.
He didn't parade it. Yeah, he said, Gunther said his family was there too.
Once it was all done, I went to the back and I had to look my father in the eye. And he asked me. He said, "Bruh." He
fliegt aus Österreich den ganzen Weg nach Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Dann muss ich zuschauen, wie du verlierst gegen den Sandler, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, something about Philadelphia and Sami Zayn. I understood that.
You want to know what that means? I had to look my father in the eye, and he asked me, son, I flew all the way from Vienna to Philadelphia just to see you lose against that bum, Sami Zayn.
I mean, both of these guys speak like 3 languages each, right?
It's okay, Sami, I don't expect
Sammy speaks a bit of Arabic, right? And
your family
French
is
and English.
to see you fail. Your family doesn't expect anything from you. My family expects everything from me. Because I am the golden goose of my family. I am Gunther. I am special. And I am something that you will never be. And that is the World Heavyweight Champion.
So Gunther basically just says he's super embarrassed about the loss, and that's why he's not giving Sammy another shot?
Well, you're right about something, Gunther.
Basically admitting, like, if you beat me again, then I might just be
Has watched me lose. They've watched me
disgraced for life.
many times. But what do when I fail in front of my family? I pick myself back up and I keep moving forward. Now, what did you do when you came up short in front of your family, huh? You crumbled.
Yeah, he
After
crumbled.
I beat you, did you ever ask me for a rematch? No. Did you ever ask Adam Pearce for a rematch? No. You tucked your tail between your legs, you ran off and you hid. You disappeared off WWE TV for months. You didn't show your face here because you couldn't show your face here.
Well, that and he did was a much-deserved break after that record-breaking title run.
Your dad made you feel like a loser.
Did your dad chop you for losing?
You're showing your dad that his son
My dad had
is
chopped
also
me
a coward.
15 times before dinner. Oh, there we go. Oh, Gunther attacks.
Step too far with that line for Gunther. Simply
Gunther's wearing those no socks and shoes look that I hate.
get away with it. Sami Zayn just won't take no for an answer. He's heard no for weeks upon weeks every time.
Why does nobody take off their jacket and choke him?
And now Gunther's just snapped.
Come on, Sammy, fight back. There you go. I was like, Sammy, do not let him just pummel you. Oh, exploder. Nope. Oh, that did not look great, though. He's gonna haluva kick Gunther. I think Gunther's gonna get out. Nope. Sleeper. He looks ridiculous in those shoes. Oh, into a power bomb. Jesus. It was rough. I kind of don't like the super clean mat. It's so clean and pristine. I want a little dirt, shit, and blood on my mats, you know? All right, he's got the match, finally. I mean, it won't be at Bad Blood, but I think they'll book that one for Saudi. Gotta be Saudi on that one. Sammy's happy. Sammy got what he wanted. He's like, I knew if I just push the right buttons, that's all you gotta do. I still advise one of you to go speak to Adam Pearce about this, because y'all are out there just making matches. I mean, I'm bald. I could just make the match. Let's just make it official, guys. Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel, November 2nd. It's official. And then later, Pearce will probably reiterate my decision and confirm it for you guys. But there's a rule, like, bald guys, if one's not around, one can just fill in. So I'll make the match. All right. Truth and Miz are back together. I've never hated and loved a team so much at the same time. Like equal parts. All right, it's 34-20 now with 3 minutes left in the third. Jesus. Evansville, this is where it's at. What, did they block an extra point or something? I think they did. Oh no, they scored. Huh. Oh wow, what a touchdown. What was that, 60 yards? 70 yards? Oh, he's high stepping too. Come on, don't be doing a high step. All right. Now they're up 15 instead of 14, so something must have happened on that last Seattle score. They either went for two and missed or missed an extra point. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. I thought it was Fatu. He put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays up his head. He scrambles in the T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh? Like you changed my ice cream truck. Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro.
Yeah, Josh, Nick Aldis and Ava aren't bald. I can't fill in for them because they're not. I can only do it for bald people. So whenever Pierce is missing, I've got clearance to fill in, as he would with me. But like Nick Aldis couldn't come on here and stream, you know, and fill in for me. That wouldn't work.
We were both working here, and it was right there in that kitchen where mommy and daddy fell in love.
Let's not be ridiculous here.
So if they're bringing back the original recipe, then you know it's gonna be good.
Our original recipe is back. Churches. For people who feel
Do I need to be playing the church's chicken recipe as loud as humanly possible? I don't think so. No, there we go. Y'all interested in their specials? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sammy probably knows a little bit of Spanish, courtesy of his good pal El Generico, who came up in the Indies together. That's amazing. I live in a border town. I'm right here in Mexico, and I don't speak hardly any Spanish. I speak a little. I can communicate a little bit with my guys at work and stuff, but I'm like, man, I should be fluent by now, and I'm not, and I'm embarrassed. I don't have any I don't have any kids, but if I did, I would very much want them to learn Spanish and be fluent in it. It's extremely useful. And you just learn it when you're at school. That's true. Triple H is bald, but we always know where he is, so I haven't been needed in that capacity yet. Pierce was very cool. Zane, you're in the chat. You were there, right? Remember we saw Pierce at WrestleMania weekend. I went and got a pic with him. He was super nice. So was Abyss. I don't think I could do the Gunther haircut because I haven't grown it out since 2004. So I don't think it would come in full at all. And if I had to have it just up on top, I don't know, man. I'd be fine up here. Maybe in the back I'd have some problems, but I don't know. See, that's how that's how you know I'm sunburned. I got the veins going. Oh, Seattle on the move again, man. All right, it is Miz and Truth and AOP. That's right. Saucy Nugs cracks me up. Like, I've had Wendy's nuggets before. All they're doing on them saucy nugs is taking the existing nuggets and tossing them in sauce. You can do that on your own. Just get the nuggets, get the sauce. There you go. Saucy nugs. I'm like, we're going to pre-sauce them for you only means that they're going to be soggy when you get them home. I don't trust their new idea. Now, we do have Cross out there. Was that really... The guy in the background of the Kofi and Xavier segment earlier looked like he had short hair, unless Cross had it pulled back. But I kind of thought they might be dropping the Cross and New Day thing because after Odyssey left. But now here, you know, Cross is out there on the corner on the side of the Miz there kind of talking to him. Dominator, basically, there on R-Truth. Let me see if there's any info. Feels like there's, I mean, for WWE standards anyway, their attendance is through the roof, but it feels like it's a light crowd there in Evansville. See if there's any info on Wrestle Tickets about this one. Yeah, it's still a decent house. They got 6,400 in the building for that. So, yeah, like 6,500 fans. So, not a huge crowd, but not small. But small for Raw. 6,400 isn't that much for them these days. Yeah, Wendy's, one of these fast food chains is missing a big opportunity there with a partnership with Dom, advertising some tendies. How old's R-Truth these days? Is he 52, I want to say? I'm pretty sure he is in his 50s. Let's look up R-Truth. $52. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Miz just turned. Oh, Miz just turned. And Cross is loving it. Oh, too bad. Finally. I mean, he talked to him the whole time. Okay, so we're not going to continue with the beatdown. Miz is just leaving. You know, I mean, I feel like heel Miz is really the only way to go. Cross is very happy. And this is going to spell the end here for R-Truth. We'll see if we can get some words backstage with the Miz after this so he can explain his dastardly actions. Miz was finally fed up. Miz should join them. Let's have like goth or dark Miz. That would be like metal Miz. That would be pretty awesome. Well, Miz, you got some explaining to do after the commercial break. Ooh, apparently we're getting Okada and Danielson on Dynamite. That's interesting. Didn't Danielson win the first time? Nope. Okay. All right, so Wade Barrett just said Dominic will be dangling above the ring. Okay, so he's going up there. All right. They didn't say anything about, she mentioned his claustrophobia, but not fear of heights earlier. So I'm like, and they rolled the cage out like where the War Games cages would normally be. And I'm like, maybe he's just going to be there. We talked all about it, but apparently he's going up there. Yeah, I mean, unless that was a slip up by Barrett and he didn't get the memo that they're not raising the cage. Sounds like it's going up. He's going up. He's dangling like a sexy pinata. I mean, Strowman's got a 8-inch height advantage, 55-pound weight advantage, and they're both strong as shit. 2012 World Strongman Champion, 600-pound bench press, which is almost as much as I can do. Oh, yeah, I know. Your prank shows. Jonathan, Braun is 385, according to WWE's Tale of the Tape. So take that for what it's worth.
Why settle for less when you can get the new $7 Bucks Cravings Box from Taco Bell? Because an indulgent beefy 5-layer burrito is...
Yep, Barry, that's all the fans that were there. That's it. Game over. AEW is winning now.
Chicken chalupa supreme piled high with deliciousness, lavish. Chips, nacho cheese sauce, medium drink. The only thing that's not Mexican.
Okay, are we back? Did we ever leave? I got a little connection loss there, but it only lasted a couple seconds. We've been lucky in the last couple of years. Haven't had any real issues, but when the internet wants to just suddenly lose a connection, I'm kind of handcuffed there. Nothing I can do. Sorry about that. If there was a pause there, it was only about 15 seconds from what I could tell. But we're back. Assuming y'all even noticed. Oh, now I see the answer to that question I asked earlier. Yeah, it was Jesus. Jesus stabbed Cena. That's who was with Carlito. I couldn't remember that. I was having trouble. Okay, cool. We're good now. Yeah, I just looked down. I got my green light there with my kilobytes per second, which it's always above 6,000. And it just shot to 0 and went red. So I'm like, oh. But usually if I just sit here, like every time that's ever happened throughout the years, I just sit here and it kind of reconnects itself. And the only time we have real issues, if there's some sort of major internet problem in the area or something, it keeps kicking us off. But that's the only thing that can be sketchy about streaming is you're kind of at the mercy of the internet sometimes. And I'm like, you can have the best camera and computer and mic in the world, but if somebody pulls the plug on that internet, nothing you can do. On the interwebs. I'm hardwired in too. I don't do no Wi-Fi shit. You know, we're plugged right in here. Oh God. Seattle has just scored. So they're going to pull within a 1-score game here with a full quarter left. And it's a shootout in Motown. Damn, come on, don't blow it, Lions. I don't often get to watch a Lions game with you guys. It's rare. There's Ludwig. I've been wondering where you are. You know, Ludwig, I think you need to stop wearing shirts that are so baggy, you know? You should wear things that are a little tighter on them. Oh, there's Breaker. See? Look at Breaker. I'm like, hey, that thing kind of looks nice. I think that could be your WrestleMania match right here. I think Xavier and Kofi are fighting in the background. I like how I moved over to see if I could see behind Breaker. It's not going to work, Greg. But I think Kofi and Xavier are back there yelling at each other. All right. I thought we were gonna hear from Sammy. Oh, okay. All right. I still think it's happening at Crown Jewel. They're gonna give us this match next week. World Heavyweight Title, Gunther versus Sami Zayn. That's gonna be a schmaz. That's gonna be a schmaz. They're gonna run it back at Crown Jewel. They have to. Yeah. And they're going to book that one too. So there is 2 championship matches, Intercontinental Championship, Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods, and Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Something has got to happen. That's crazy. Like here's half a pay-per-view on Raw for funsies. All right, big Bronson Reed. We'll see how fun this match is. I pitched the idea of Seth Rollins, excuse me, showing up here and maybe stomping Reed, getting some revenge, allowing Strowman to get the win. Because that way, because if Reed just beats Strowman here, that benefits Strowman, but it doesn't really do much, or it benefits Reed, but it doesn't do much for Strowman, where if you have Seth interfere, it helps Strowman, and it's going to wind up not doing anything to Reed if he's moving into a program with one of the best in the world. So is Strowman still selling the ribs, or is he feeling all right? Shit.
This is the 5th such last man standing match for Strowman.
You did the same thing to try to see. When I was a kid, like on TV shows, like if on TV, if a woman is naked, they have it cut off right here. I'd go up to the TV and look down and see if I could. I have a memory of doing that. I'm like, no, I don't think it works that way. All right, it's 35-27. At least it's an 8-point game, not a 7. But a full quarter of play left, so that one's not even close to over.
Until the referee reaches a count of 10, and they're already until the steel steps. They're into the steps already, right to the head of Big Bronson Reed. Judging by the amount of there. Judging by the amount of abuse we've seen these two throw at each other.
I'm pretty sure Seth's been number 1 once or twice. Oh, look out! They already talked about Jesus Christ. That is going to be tough to get up from, even shoot. Even legit tough to get up from. Forget kayfabe. Fuck. I mean, they said they reinforced the announce table, but there it went. They are censoring the holy shit chants, which is just lovely.
Unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. Honestly,
all right, Ryan Reynolds. All right, Deadpool.
How are there still people paying 2 or 3?
Remember did you ever see Van Wilder, before he got really big, that early, college movie he did? I remember watching that with my roommate, and we were losing it during the scene where they send the pastries to the frat house. Those guys are eating it. I think I've had these before. Oh, my God. It was fall over, gut busting laughing. If I watched it now, it probably wouldn't be as funny, but I just remember that scene, and we just could not contain it. I thought I was going to throw up because I was laughing so hard. That's so gross. If you've never seen Van Wilder, check it out. It's unimaginably stupid, but it's has some moments.
No, I have a brother. But does he have time for you? I guess he doesn't. Yeah, because I feel like he'd be here if he did.
Nice. Titans picked up the win there. Good for them. 31-12. Good for the Titans. Good for Tennessee.
For years to come.
Hope Tennessee survived all right. How'd you fare in that in Hurricane Helene? If you even lived there. You might just like the Titans. Whenever I look at Channing Tatum, I think of him and This Is the End. That by far is his best role. Damn, Seattle is moving the ball. I'm nervous. Yo, man, Thurgood didn't come home last night. We are worried, man. And I am worried about the Lions. Oh, no, it was Kenny who didn't come home, not Thurgood. Kenny didn't come home. We are worried. Well, I'm glad you're fine, but a lot of flooding and devastation around the surrounding areas. Certain areas are out of water. That's the way the flood I was in '99. Like, everything was out because the river just crested, rose like hundreds of feet above flood stage, flooded the fucking power plant. So it just crushed, just killed power to the whole city. And so there was no grocery stores open. There was no way to get food. And then there was one town over that you couldn't really get to because of flooded out roads. But my boss had lived there and he called me. He goes, dude, they opened the grocery store up here. They have power up in here because it's way out in the boonies. And he's like, the store is open. He goes, if you can get up here. And I was able, it's really not a far drive, probably 5 minutes, but it took me about 45 because I went way out of my way to go around coming in a sideways way because all the roads were out. And you just had to find the best route. And I went in there and the shelves were empty, but I was able to get some granola bars, some Gatorade. I saw somebody help somebody out. Like, a lady had like 3 loaves of bread. And there was a guy that went to the, chair bump. A guy in the bread aisle looking for bread. There wasn't any. She's like, do you want one of my breads? He's like, is that okay? And I just watched like these two people help each other out. It was just nice. You know, unlike the pandemic where everybody's hogging all the toilet paper, like just watching 2 country people in North Carolina, one lady helping out. She's got 3 loaves of bread. He has none. Here, have one of my loaves of bread. It was just very, very cool. But I just remember scraping. I got a couple cans of like beefaroni and some disgusting shit, but there was no way to like cook anything, you know? So it was just granola bars. That's all I could get. Nuts, things like that. Oh. Because this match started with 20 minutes till the top of the hour, and I'm like, well, this is just going to be a series of bumps. I'm worried about these guys getting hurt, and Strowman seems to be limping for real.
Traditional sporting contest is about maximum carnage. Massacre your opponent until he can't move. A Bronson Reed picking up that metal chair, walking back to his colossal rival. Oh, but Strowman able to land a right hand to the body and the chair to the back. Bronson Reed falling on his own sword.
I hope Strowman is all right. Like, can you see him wincing? Like, I mean, obviously he's selling this brutal match, but I feel like he might have been legitimately hurt somewhere. And he's trying to gut it out. This Tito is making an earthquake happen on the... Oh, God, here we go. Somebody's going through that. Let's hope there's a crash pad under there. Oh, my God. Holy shit. It's a Death Valley driver to Strowman from a production crate through 2 tables. Jesus, bro. No, not Death Drop Driver. Close, Tessitore. He doesn't know all his moves yet. That's okay. Death Drop Driver. I don't want to be hit with that. It's all right, Tessitore, you get a pass. Not everybody is a nerd, you know? Oh.
And now Big Bronson Reed has to beat the count himself. Braun Strowman rallying back here at the last.
All right, we're going to commercial as these guys are moving slow now. Hopefully they can use this commercial break to get a little bit of a rest. My God. Yeah, Leon, go Hurricane Floyd. That's what it was. And what was weird about that one is the same problem that this hurricane had with all that flooding is that a lot of these places, especially Asheville, already had like a crazy storm blow through there. And that's what happened to us. We had a hurricane blow through, and then Floyd came in behind it. And we're already saturated, and then I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You know, it was just like a disaster zone. It was just blowing my mind how a whole town was just wiped out. My little tiny town made like the front page of the USA Today. On the street, 1 block over from my first ever apartment where I used to live. Like right there. Smile, too. That means there's been a Smile 1? I'm not watching that movie. You already got B-Dubs, go. God, these commercials are so stupid. Oh, did he? Did he call Sling Blade Slingshot? So he's like the Mike Adamle of wrestling moves. It's okay. He'll get him. I'm sure fans are telling him on Twitter, so he'll read it later and be like, oh, okay. He'll learn. Oh, Leon, you were in Wilmington in 99. Wow, I wasn't there yet in 99. I was still in Greenville. And we got it bad because the Tar River runs right through there, and it just fucked us up. That grocery store I was talking about, and that story was Aden. It was one town over in Aden, out in the sticks. But it was open. I was able to get there. Ironically, though, Leon, I was in Carolina Beach for my friend's wedding a week before the storm hit. It was right around my birthday. And I was there, had a blast, and then literally went home and got clobbered by the hurricane. And even then, we knew it was coming. I'm kind of sad we're not getting a picture-in-picture. I'm very curious what Braun and Reed are up to right now. All right, Detroit has got the ball. That's good. 8 minutes left. They're up by 8. Melt that clock, boys. Melt it good and hard. Oh, that barricade. I'm kind of getting tired of that spot. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it needs to be busted out every week. It's just a little bit too obvious and convenient. Like if you want to hide the shit that you've got gimmicked and stuff, you know, And nobody goes flying through any other parts of the barricade. It's always right there where there's no fans to flatten. Oh, there. Oh, they almost did knock out some fans. One guy did get hit. Holy shit. Damn, I hope he works for them. I hope he's a plant. One guy is down, Holmes. Look, right there. Look at his head. Is he legit hurt, y'all? I'm hoping these are NXT guys or something. Let's hope that they're NXT guys. Okay, yeah, they gotta be. Otherwise, they'd have some serious. Yeah, they wouldn't have the kayfabe security here. Jason Jordan wouldn't be here. They'd have real ass doctors. Okay, these fans are probably plants, I would assume. Let's hope. WWE has recently been sued by a group of fans, filing a lawsuit claiming that they were assaulted by large quantities of meat. Tsunami. Oh! Strowman ate the tsunami. Hey, at least it wasn't on a car this time. Come on, I'd bring Rollins out. If Seth's going to show up, I think he's going to show up soon. No, he's going to go up for another tsunami. These overhead shots look great. One of my favorite new camera angles they do. I'll count. One. Is the referee bald? Can I step in here? Who's the ref? Oh, he got a bald guy. That's not the referee, though. Discount Pat McAfee. Walmart carrying cross. Chad Patton, are you stupid? There you go. Oops. Oh, wow. Pierce getting in Reed's face. Come on, take Pierce out. Tsunami Pierce. For fun. Oh, Strowman after 2 tsunamis is going to the top rope. Oh, God. Oh, my God. He really did go for it, didn't he? Damn, Strowman. Props to you, man. Damn, they did shatter one of the monitors, didn't they? Look at that. Going full Shane McMahon. Gravity won the battle. I mean, that's like a 400-pound just missile. All right, you got 3 minutes to go home here. Less than 3. 2. Oh, is it going to be a double count out? Neither guy's going to win type of thing? Nope. Reed's up. You know, those are some of the best matches. When they're doing stuff in real life that you would do with your action figures, you know they're having fun. Oh, he's tearing his shirt off. That means business. I mean, how are they going to wrap this up unless there's an overrun here? They better get to the finish here. This must be it with Strowman going to the top rope. Oh, Detroit scored. That should wrap it up. That should seal it. That's going to seal it. Oh. He threw a chair at him. Just bounced off him. Somebody check on that chair. Make sure it's all right. All right, Detroit tacks on the extra point. It is 42-27 with 5 minutes left. They got this. I'm confident. All right, here we go. Let's see if you're right about the ring collapsing because there's no LED ring posts. Yep, there it goes. Yep, good call. So that's why they did the thing with the fan. Get all that distraction over that. I don't know how they do this trick. If there's people under the ring unscrewing the. Yeah, the standard ring post gave that away. Here comes Seth. Is that Seth? Yeah, that's him. That's Rollins right there. He's going to stomp him right on the steps, just like boom. That is ball game. Well, I predicted the Seth stomp for the win, and one of y'all predicted the ring collapsing, so. Strowman got up. Good stuff. Good finish. It was a fun addition to the ring breaking. Because I'm like, do we need to do the ring breaking again? But. That's awesome. Very fun match, I think. Yeah, so fun. Good stuff. Shout out to whoever called out those no LED ring posts. That's awesome. I thought it was a good match, good finish. I love the way that stomp went on the steel steps like that and how Reed sold it, just kind of laying like that, and Strowman getting up. That was the right thing to do. Because that's a loss Reed can afford, moving into a program with Seth, and I think it benefits Strowman a little bit more to pick up that win. So good for them. Fun Raw, really fun. Yachiro, glad to see you chiming in right at the end. And right on. Oh, they failed. Only the ring post fell. Looked like it kind of fell to me. But I'm kind of curious how they pull that off. Like, do you have to go under the ring and unbolt it from the concrete in order for it to collapse, or were they staying largely out of the ring, so as long as they didn't do anything crazy, it would hold up? I don't know how all that works. We need a behind the scenes on that. I want to learn that magic trick. But I'm assuming they have to prepare something, and that's why they have the fan incident with the barricade and all that distraction over there so they can set up whatever they need to set up. I don't know how it works. Either way, it was a fun Monday Night Raw. For the final Raw, 3-hour Raw until they hit Netflix. Now, next week, it's going to be a big one. We have 2 championship matches. They're going to try to give us Sami Zayn and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and we're also going to get Jey Uso defending the IC against Xavier Woods. So my belief is next week with Sami and Gunther, they will do a schmaz or a non-finish that will have them run it back in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel on November 2nd. That's my belief. But next week we'll be here again for a 2-hour Raw watch-along, and keep a lookout this week. I'm going to drop you some Bad Blood predictions. I'm just not sure when. I'll just record a quick video, throw it at you Thursday or Friday. Just keep a lookout for that. I'm also going to post a Bad Blood link for Saturday for our watch-along, and I'm also going to post a Bad Blood 2003 classic watch-along link for Sunday. So we'll be back doing that and a full good old week of streaming here. So thanks again for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed Raw. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out the door if you don't mind, and I will catch y'all in just a couple of days to predict Bad Blood. Take care. Peace.